What are you doing here? Don't shoot! I'm human! Sorry about that. I thought you were one of them. What's going on in this town? Hang on. I don't have a clue. By the time I found out, the entire city was infested with zombies. Hi there, it's Chris for Tippy Gaming, and today I'm going to be taking a look at a game that's just arrived for me. It's Resident Evil 2, the board game. It's been out for about a year now, just over a year, and I finally got around to picking it up. And just want to give a little bit of a introduction to where I am with Resident Evil. When the first time I was ever introduced to Resident Evil, I was 10 years old. So in 1998, my dad had just bought Resident Evil 2 and it scared the shit out of us. It was probably the first like serious zombie thing that I'd ever seen, and the beginning of it where everywhere you turn, zombies just bearing down on you. Kendo gets mauled to death by zombies after like 2 minutes of meeting them. And it scared us as a child, and that probably would have put us off Resident Evil and zombies completely, but I don't know, I kind of something took us back to it, and I just for some reason I just thought, you know what, I'm gonna try it. And when I was playing it, it was completely different. I mean, I didn't get very far because I was 10, and yeah, it just kind of stuck with us that like, this is awesome. My dad ended up getting Resident Evil 1's Director's Cut on the PlayStation, and I started playing that, and that very quickly became my favourite game. And eventually leading into playing Resident Evil 2 as well. Resident Evil 3 came out in '99, and that became my favourite Resident Evil game, probably still to this day. And yeah, the rest is history. So yeah, got the board game, the box, decent bit of weight to the box as well, getting plenty of stuff in here. 24 highly detailed plastic miniatures. So I'm kind of expecting this to be like stuff like the Walking Dead miniatures game plastic. We'll see once I get into there. Just focusing a bit better. 26 double-sided game board tiles, 44 terrain elements, which I think is like your doors and the typewriters, walls and stuff. 155 cards. 4-player health track boards, see them on the pictures there. 11 tracker dials, I guess there's your health tokens and stuff. 6 dice, 40 tokens. Oh no, the tracker dials, they'll be your bullet things. A rule book and a scenario book. Okay, so and on the back here, Leon Clay, zombie, Birkin stage 3 showing at actual size. So that's pretty decent size in there. Okay. Of course we've got Steam Forged Games who make it, Capcom who it's licensed from. And there we go. This game contains scenes of explicit violence and gore. The RPD in the background, just like in the old game. That for there. Got the rule book and the scenario book. Full colour. Giving us a bit of a read through later on. So, scenario 1, that's your introduction to the game, getting you through Kendo Gun Shop to the RPD. characters, enemies, advanced rules, and a quick reference sheet on the back. So let's see, I'll give that a look when after I've done this. Scenario book we've got in here. So we've got the 2A Stars Office, back to Marvin. Campaign mode tracker, and a little little rank screen for getting to the end. Sweet. A couple of boards of card stuff. So I'm just going up there. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 boards of stuff there. So we've got the health tracker, the scenery on them. Got the dials for like ammo counters and things like that. Guessing these are your ones for your boss health. Some of them which are pretty heavy, so are here. Yeah, and your bullet counters have got different shell types on there depending on what the weapon is. That's pretty cool. Out of the way. We've got Birkin. I'll get some other pictures of these there put on the screen as well. We've got the Adult G underneath the RPD. Couple of different sculpts for the Leckers. Got Clay and Ada, Leon and Kendo. Kendo of course with the shotgun, unlike in the skit at the beginning of this. A bunch of zombies, got your police ones, some standard ones. We've got the really iconic female zombie as well, everyone loves that one. And some dogs as well. There's a couple of different moulds for them, which is quite nice. In fact, all 4 of them are a different mould, which is pretty cool. A couple of dice, a couple of things for the counters. Then we've got all our cards as well. So I've had a quick game. Did the scenario 1A, where it's basically going from the car crash to the RPD building. It's your basic one. It's just teaching you the rules for the game, and yeah, it moves along at a decent pace, very like in keeping with the original game. The 4 actions that you've got, you're either moving completely or not. So like, I can see on the bigger maps it being quite a slow paced game, but you know, that's fine by me. The dice, how your blue dice for using your pistols and your evading and stuff like that. Yeah, it's a decent system for that. Like how that worked out. You've got the red dice for later on in the game when you've got different weapons as well. The tension deck. There's only 2 cards on that first scenario that weren't all clear, and I got both of them in there. One of them, it's like if you're still in that room at the end of your turn, if the person after you rather is in the room at the end of their turn, they draw extra tension cards. When that got drawn out by Clay to affect Leon, it didn't really come into effect because he was leaving the room in that turn anyway, so that didn't really have much effect. And the other card where a bunch of zombies spawn in, Leon just got out of there anyway. He was pretty safe in that, and then shut the door behind him so he didn't have to bother with them. The plastic that the models are made of, it's not quite the plastic I was expecting like the Walking Dead ones. If you played Mantic's Mars Attacks, like the PVC that they're made of on that, it's like a little bit harder than that plastic, but not as hard as the Walking Dead ones. So it's fine. Plenty of details like stayed on the plastic. It stuck the detail really well. The back of Leon has like the RPD design on there, and Claire has the Made in Heaven logo, and it's, for being a small model, decent bit of detail maintained on that. And when you're looking at the G, the Birkin G Stage 3 and the G Mutant, the level of detail on that's just crazy. So I'm really happy with the models on that. So what do I think of the game so far? Enjoyed it. It probably took us about maybe 20-25 minutes to go through the first scenario on my own, playing as Claire and Leon, and that was like just kind of double checking rules and stuff as well. It's a pretty short one, as a tutorial mission should be, and yeah, when you look at the scenario book, the map is getting bigger, going over like multiple floors and things like that. So I reckon you'll be having a good game night with that if you've got some mates who want to play it, or since it can be played solo, you can while away an hour or two quite easily with that. So the campaign's spread over 8 scenarios, and it takes you from getting to the RPD building, gone through to the stores, office, gone through to find Marvin, and then getting down into the sewers, down into the lab and things like that. So it gives you like a very brief overview of the Resident Evil 2 story, and that's just in the vanilla game. There's also your expansions which kind of expand out on that a little bit, where you're getting different like stages of Birkin and things like that, and you're also getting the B scenario for one of the campaigns, one of the expansions even. And yeah, probably before I think about going into expansion territory, I'll probably give the base campaign a couple of runs, maybe do just normal run through, maybe do like a campaign rule one as well, where like things carry over, so like your weapons you find and things like that kind of persist. So I'll definitely be enjoying playing this. Like, it seems like a pretty decent game.